everybody, and welcome to the Zenith chat live stream. Today we're just going to be chatting with you guys about books and fun stuff and Zenith. And you guys can ask us questions to the hashtag Zenith chat on Twitter or down below in the live chat that we have here on YouTube. Lindsay, say hi.
Hello. It's 2018, which means that Zenith is out. I'm super sick today, guys, so this is why I sound and look this way. But I'm so excited about this.
I mean, I think you look pretty great for being sick. Like me, I look like a mucus ball of so that's actually, I'm kind of jealous. So guys, yeah, Zenith comes out in 2 weeks from today, which is insane and crazy, and I'm so excited. Lindsay and I are gearing up to go on tour in 2 weeks to so many fun and amazing cities. Lindsay, I think that we should just sound off where we're going. If you guys wanted to get the full information of where we're going and when, we have a graphic up on Twitter. It's my pinned tweet at Sasha Alsberg. You can find out Lindsay's stuff as well. But we're going to be heading to Illinois, Wisconsin, Massachusetts, New York, Toronto, Frisco, Texas, San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Vancouver, Canada. So I am just so thrilled. Lindsay, aren't you so pumped?
I am. I think I've said this a million times, but I'm the most excited. I mean, I'm excited about every stop, but I just can't wait to go to Canada because I've never been there, and it's going to be cold, too. It's going to be like a winter tour.
I know, and we get to have a day of just doing whatever, and I think this will be so much fun because Lindsay and I love going and exploring new places. We love getting lost and having to go and make do with what we have in a car.
I am a little scared that it's going to be really horrible winter weather and we're going to get stuck somewhere. But then I'm also imagine the videos that we could make stuck in a blizzard somewhere.
Clickbait though, stuck in a blizzard, no food or water.
Stuck in a blizzard Zenith book tour. If it would happen to anyone, it would be us.
I know. If anybody something crazy would happen on tour, it would be us. Lindsay and I, we can't go to any city without getting extremely lost, no matter how well if we know the city. But I think that when we go to our hometowns, which is Massachusetts and Texas, I think that will be pretty well set over there. But everything else is up to grabs. Okay, so I'm gonna get the chat up right over here.
I can't see anything happening, so you take charge.
Yes, Lindsay, do you want to go on the hashtag Zenith chat on the Twitters? Okay, so guys, also people are asking, will you be coming to UK or Ireland on tour? And it's from Irish Reader. Hey boy, love you. So we are hopefully going to be going on a UK and Ireland tour maybe one day soon. If you guys go and scream Zenith from the rooftops and just get the word out there. Even in America, please shout it from the rooftops. Just promote the heck out of this book with us. We may be getting to go abroad for tour. We would love to do that. I know our publisher is waiting to see how busy the events will be and how well the book sells. So just make sure you buy the books and we'll be sent there hopefully.
We want to come and we want to rent a car and we just want to drive around and call it the Marauder. It would be so much fun.
I know, right?
We met a lot of you guys when we were there. Was it last Thanksgiving? Yeah,
last Thanksgiving.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's crazy. Awesome. That's when I just finished editing my 2017 favorite books video, and I was mentioning how I feel 2017 went by like that, and it's so true. Because, Lindsay, I feel it was just yesterday. We were in that car driving through the Highlands of Scotland, seeing everybody. It's just insane how fast a year can go by, especially 2017. I feel it never even happened.
I know. It was so fast.
I know. I feel 2016 is the last year I remember. So, guys, ask us questions down below. Thank you, everybody, for saying hi. There's so many people from Romania, Denmark, Philippines, Portugal. Oh, that's so cool. I would love to go to Portugal.
Here's a good question from Ashley Hughes. What was the hardest part of co-writing a book?
Okay, so I think that everybody, something that I mentioned to my sister today was, she said, what are you and Lindsay going to do now that you live in 2 separate states and are writing a book? And the thing that I laugh at every time, not because it's not a stupid question, but it's actually funny because Lindsay and I wrote all of Zenith, the first book in the duology, in separate states. I lived in Illinois at the time. Lindsay lived in Texas. And then I moved to Texas just because I was I want to change the pace. Lindsay lived there. We were editing our book. It was just fun. I wanted a dog, so we moved down there. But, we finished the book by then,
Yeah, I think That is a question that people ask all the time, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like that's our number one that we get is how do you do that when you're in different states? And honestly, it's a lot of things like what you guys are seeing right now is just us on FaceTime or Skype or whatever our internet works best with. Um, and we just get on and talk about the book. And we have a shared Pinterest board. So, like, if anything looks inspirational, we'll post stuff on that. We have a Spotify playlist that we have shared. So basically everything's online. I mean, it's a really easy time in life to be able to work with someone that's not like face to face. Because you can do that from 1,000 miles away if you needed to.
Yep.
But we see each other all the time. We're always traveling
I feel like
and stuff.
we see each other, like, if the longest we've been apart, I think in the past 2 years almost. Well, since the initial first part of Zenith was published in 2016, the first 60 pages, we hadn't been apart for more than like 2 months. Because we're always like, you know, even when I lived in Texas, Lindsay didn't live super close. She lived like an hour away. Because when I say Lindsay lives in the country, she literally lives in the country. Because she has her horses and donkeys, and they have an Instagram. Lindsay, plug your horsey's Instagram right now.
Yeah, you guys are all asking. Everyone is obsessed with Fraser. He's Fraser to me, okay?
I know.
Fraser and Fiona. And so you guys you've asked me forever to do an Instagram for Dan and Eeyore. So I have a giant draft horse and a really grumpy rescue donkey, and so I made them their own Instagram finally. It's Big Horse Little Donkey is their screen name. So go follow them.
I love it.
Posting all this random stuff about them, but it's fun.
It's so cute. I almost called your animals doggies because that's the only animal that I really see every day. I'm like, you're dogs. You're giant dogs.
Yeah,
you're like 1,000 pounds dogs. Okay, so did you ever have writer's block? Okay, so this question is from Willy Wonka, and they asked, did you ever have writer's block where it lasted more than a few weeks? Lindsay, we kind of have had writer's block, both of us, with Zenith too, because, you know, writing a second book of a series, there's so much to like hype up, and there's so much to like really bring forward since the last book. It needs to really live up to everybody's expectations. So Lindsay, do you want to talk about our writer's block that we've had recently?
Yeah, sequels, there's like a term in the writing community is like the dreaded sequel slump. And it's so true. No matter how many books you work on, I feel like anytime you dive into writing the second one, you just almost feel like you're frozen. Because like it worked this way for us too, is like diving into the beginning of the sequel, it's really fun. You get started and you have like great momentum for the first like 5 chapters. And then it just tanks and drops off. And that's because there's so many expectations in your mind. Like, you know, readers are going to want that you're going to want, I can't think. Readers are going to want it to be awesome. You know, your editor is going to be reading it. You know that now, like, book 1's going to be in stores and people are going to have thoughts and expectations about all that. So it's really just like this mental game you have to play with yourself. But I feel like it'll be fine. It's going really well. We already have it's like 70,000 words. So
yeah, like 1,000. And like Lindsay took it upon herself to restructure the whole entire book, because when we were writing the second book, we were kind of getting jumbled because, you know, we were really passionate writing a certain storyline, and so we just decided to write all that, you know, separately. And then it was the conjoining of the 2 stories and the conjoining of the multiple character points of views in the correct order in the book that you guys will read it that came really difficult. Then Lindsay and I were just like, this is a mess, I don't know what to do. And then Lindsay's like, I know what to do, and she did something great, and now we are going to be hopping back into it. Like right now, I think our minds are on Zenith promotion, because it's kind of a weird point that we are at writing the second book, is that we're, you know, promoting the first book, but we're also halfway done with the second book. And something that I've been like kind of trying to cope with is that, you know, it feels like just as the first book starts, the second book is ending, and it's like so quick how a duology just goes over. Like, have you ever felt like that bittersweetness, Lindsay, as you've been writing the second book? Like, I feel like, oh, the emotion last time.
Yeah, definitely. It's weird just because, yeah, it's almost like you don't, again, it's the whole thing of like, we're still working on the series, but book 1 is fresh to everyone else, like, because they haven't even read it yet. And yet we're already over halfway through book 2. So it's just this weird thing. Like, we're going to be on tour in 2 weeks. And in our minds, we're focused on everything that's already happening in book 2, but everyone else is like just excited to open up and read book 1 for the first time. So it's this just weird, kind of just a weird situation to be in. But I'm going to miss the characters. I'm in love with them. I think they're so fun. And I mean, I'm biased, but I think we did a really good job.
I think we did too. And, you know, I think that when we wrote the first part of it, it was like we just wrote it just for you guys. We wanted you guys to get it as soon as possible. We never really went into it with the mindset of like we want to be published. I saw a tweet the other day that had it was a really old tweet that had our old website on it, and it had all the dates that we were originally going to publish the whole entire book under, because originally we're it with like 7 parts, and it was like coming soon, the 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th part, and it was just so funny because we were gonna do that all, and we had an unrealistic time frame, to say the least. Like we're gonna crank these out in a month, and then we learned that we couldn't do that. So then we decided, but what if we did get it published? What if we did, aim for that? And then Lindsay and I cranked it out, and we had a deadline of like a month and a half to get the whole entire book written. But then we wrote it all, and we, got it done, and then we revised for almost a full year.
It was insane. Sasha, where did your face go? You're just a little icon right now. Or is it just for me?
I don't know. Can people see me? If they can't see me, it'll probably go back to normal.
Well, yes. Going back to that, I think it's just so crazy how far this series has come. I remember like gearing up for the release of part 1 when we did the ebook, and promo for that, but so much excitement, and we were so like heavily invested in like the cover design and the map and like all the little details that went with it.
Yeah.
And what's so cool is like, gosh, I feel like I'm gonna get you guys all sick through the screen. But what's so cool is like a lot of times you don't get that involvement when you're a traditionally published author. Like I could say like all my books leading up to Zenith, I didn't really get any input on like maps and cover design and all that stuff. But with Zenith, like Sasha and we got to have our hand kind of on everything the entire way through, because Harlequin was like, you guys had so much fun and it did so well, just like having fun with publishing part 1. And so I love that they kept the integrity of that, and they like let us really be involved in literally like every aspect of this book from front to back, everything, little design details and all that stuff. And JD Netto did an amazing job too.
So. Yeah, I know. JD did a great job. And like, I'm reading questions right now, but I think that this has been my first book. Yes, technically, it's weird because people ask, are you a debut author? And I'm like, technically no, because, we did publish the first book. But technically, yes. It's right. A weird bunch right there. And Lindsay's not a debut author. She's at like 6th or 7th. He is like well-versed in the literature world. And so when, I forget where I was going with this, Lindsay, where did you just end off? What were you just mentioning?
Just talking about how, maybe you were going to talk about how everyone was saying that, are you a debut author? And you're not, because you've published something before, but like to have your book in bookstores, I guess you would say. Yeah. But
it's amazing. Like, yeah. It's hard to think that it's going to be in bookstores, to be on people's bookshelves. And like, yes, it's technically like, no, I'm not a debut because you guys have had my books in your hands before, but it's been on digital version. And Lindsay, like, this is our book baby. It's going to be out in the world. We're pushing it out into the monstrosity that is the world. And I am so scared and so excited that it's like, it's a bundle of emotions. You want it to be, you want people to love it. You want people to like talk about it. You want people to like, cosplay and dress up. You really want that. And like, I think that I'm just so proud of what we created, because when we first initially published it, we like, we didn't expect it to become anything like that big. And then it hit the New York Times list, and then we got published.
Oh.
And being published. It's so crazy how fast all that can happen. But it actually hasn't been that fast. It's been almost 2 years.
I know, it feels like we've been waiting, like gearing up for this release for the longest time. But I promise you guys, behind the scenes, it has been a non-stop, just like moving, a million moving parts, trying to get it ready.
Yeah.
Bookstore. And it's 2 weeks from today. Yeah. Exactly 2 weeks from today. It's going to be, actually, no. Oh gosh. In the UK, it comes out on the 11th.
Oh, next week, right? No. Yeah, technically next week on Thursday.
Next Thursday, Zenith will be out in the UK. I feel like I'm going to throw up.
It's so weird because yes, it's out in the UK, but it feels like the actual release date is the 16th for us because that's what it's been in our head. Even though the UK is a huge market and you guys in the UK get to go and read it so soon. Yeah, here's the cover of the UK book. It's huge.
It's so cool. I love it. I don't know, it's probably backwards, but I love the colors. I love the quote, how they did it in like light blue. And it's really shiny. And God, just every little detail about this coloring.
There's our faces on the very
faces.
Ah!
Sasha actually took. Did they give you credit? I never
No,
noticed that.
I didn't get any credit. Which is hilarious.
Sasha took my author photo.
Yeah,
actually.
and we both took each other's author photos. Well, no, I took mine. No, I took both of our author photos, which I think is hilarious because usually you get this professional like photographer to do it, and I was like, I'm gonna do self timer in my house. And then for Lindsay's, I'm like, Lindsay, I'm gonna just take photos of you when we're in Las Vegas in the blistering heat, and this would be lovely.
Actually, what's really just a fun little thing about that is when you took my author photo for Zenith, we were in Vegas at a Harry Potter convention together, and that was the exact, maybe even the exact day that we accepted the book deal from Harlequin for Zenith.
Yes, that's like insane to think that, and like I just love how it all happened in Las Vegas. It just like makes me like laugh all the time because I'm like, I don't even remember us really being in Vegas just because it happened so fast and so many things happen when we're there. I actually remember sitting in the pool with Lindsay and I was pitching her the idea. I'm like, you remember when I was like, oh my gosh, what if we get a book deal? What if I take off school? Like, what if this? What if that? And then it all happened.
That actually is one of my greatest memories, like, of our partnership, is sitting in that pool, and it was this awesome pool that was like some swanky Vegas pool, but it had like half of it was like sand in the bottom, so you felt like you were walking in the ocean. And we spent like 2 hours in the pool playing with the sand and just like talking about our dreams for Zenith and like, and what would it become if this got this deal. And like, it was just this really pivotal moment because that day again we were like on the phone talking to the whole team at Harlequin, and it was just, it's really come full circle. It's amazing.
Yeah, and we like it's just crazy how fast it happens because you like, first of all, you get like the deals and then you go and have calls with the editors from different publishers and then you have to make the decision. But there's this thing that I didn't know. There's like this business etiquette where you don't like announce, you don't tell the person that you want to accept or deny their deal on a Friday. You want to wait until Monday, so don't go into the weekend, sadly, which I find so funny and so true. Like I like that I know that now, so I never get bad news on a Friday, even though I don't have much bad news to give.
It is true, though. Okay, let me look at some more questions. Oh, wow, my battery is going to die. If you had to describe Zenith, this is from Reader's Warehouse. If you had to describe Zenith in 3 words, what words would you use?
I think we can both say bloody.
Yeah, bloody always. I mean, it has to be. Bloody, sexy, sarcastic. I think that's what I would go with.
I think I would do bloody, funny, heart-wrenching, because all, you know, the thing that I love saying about these characters is that none of them are, it's not a battle between good and evil. Everybody has their story. Everybody thinks what they're doing is right. And all these characters have a reason for how they are today and how they're, you know, why they're doing this stuff. I think Lindsay and I, the one thing that we wanted to make sure and we really pushed through to, you know, the final copy of Zenith was that every character had a reason for doing what they did. We didn't want it just to happen. We really took the backstory, really wanted to dig into these characters, even though you guys don't see half of their backstory in this book. You see, like, what we gave you, and it's enough, but the true backstory could be its own book in general. Like, you know, it's just... each character has a reason for how they are and what they do, and, you know, the character growth really stems off of that.
My favorite part now of, like, writing a novel is getting to write the backstory and filling in all those things, because it's almost like when you start reading a book, it's like getting to know someone, just like hanging out for the first time. But then the deeper you get into it and the more you get into the backstory, it's like you really, really start to figure out who they are. And writing in the secrets about people and what drives them, like what gives them, why are they doing what they do. I think I love what Andy, her backstory, and Nora's backstory. I think those are my favorites. But you know who I really want to learn more backstory about is
So,
I want to learn more backstory about Alfie.
yes.
But I really want to learn more backstory about Havoc. We have an alien cat in Zenith. And I want to know more about Havoc's like life leading up to.
I know, like, and also I want to see what other stations Alfie has been to before, you know, he was, you know, given to Dex. Like, I want to know what other jobs he's had to do, like, what's in his programming. Alfie is the AI of Zenith, the artificial intelligence, and then Havoc. I think it's so funny that we have a cat in this book when neither of us really. We don't have cats. Like, you had a cat growing up. Me, I've never had cats, but I just love the idea of like this like crazy psycho like bundle of like look cute this awful cat. I just love the idea.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, you know, I think that like writing Zenith, I remember writing like 4 pages of like this mythology behind the way like how the galaxy was created and like you know what the like kind of like mythology some people would make up about the galaxy, you know, not science but like a reasoning behind it. And there was like the light bearer and like you know there's like the darkness and like there was so it was so much fun kind of crafting these tales that I love. And I'm a history major with focus in European studies and anthropology. So like really anthropology comes into play where it's like studying the like culture and the stories and everything behind what makes a culture. And I found it so fun to create my own mythology and Lindsay to add into it what she wants and us just to weave the story that you guys see a little bit of in the book. And I hopefully one day we get our own language of thorns where we can actually put all this like mythology and this history and like this richness of like, you know, the Mirabelle Galaxy into with like the full extent that we want to.
Yeah, we really want a Zenith style language of thorns. I mean, of course, it's Leigh Bardugo. She stands on her own, super talented, but it'd be really fun to have our own, like, I don't know, like novellas and little bind up with all this artwork and all the mythology, and that would be really cool.
That'd be really cool. And like I will, you know, they don't have to hire an artist. Lindsay and I got this. Lindsay can color in the lines and I can create the lines.
Okay, I'm trying to look for questions. Let's see.
Randomly for like hours.
I'm having some major internet problems today.
Somebody says we want a book trailer. Actually, there is a book trailer coming very soon. Lindsay, do you know the exact date it's coming?
I want to say it's within the next. It may even be maybe this week.
Yeah, it's amazing, guys.
Just stay tuned. It's going to be coming at some point. We also have. If y'all haven't seen it yet, I don't think we've shouted it out too much, but we have a new website for the series, and it's really pretty, and there's lots of fun stuff on there, theandramasaga.com. So go check that out. That also has all the tour stops, and it's got the times for each event and where we're gonna be. So that's fun too. And sign up for our newsletter if y'all haven't yet, because that's where we release a bunch of news like super early. So if you go onto our website, www.theandramasaga.com, you will see a pop-up, and then you can sign up for our newsletter. So go check that out because that's where everything goes first when we do have news to share. So. I
want to say hi to Emma. Emma Books is here. Hey, girl.
Oh, hi.
I love when like.
I love her. Her makeup is great. I watch her put on her makeup all the time on her little live things.
I just want Emma to do my makeup all the time. Like have like a little pocket Emma that I just bring out and like hold her up to my eyes and like just do my makeup, please. So I said give a summary of Zenith. Lindsay, since Lindsay, I always go to Lindsay for the summary of Zenith because I honestly suck at summarizing my own books. Like I can't do it. Too much away.
Yeah, it's hard to do. Let's just say it's about a crew of all-female space pirates that get caught in the middle of a galaxy-wide war. That's the quick elevator pitch. But the long pitch is that, actually, no, let's say it's Guardians of the Galaxy, but girls, which I think is what always makes people go like, oh my, like you can see their eyes light up because everyone loves Guardians of the Galaxy. But with an all-female crew, that's really, I really feel like that embodies what Zenith is. Yeah. I had so much fun writing it.
Yeah.
And a really jerk bounty hunter who I'm obsessed with.
I'm like,
okay,
sorry.
I'm trying to find more questions.
Like, so many people I know like are just like messaging me being like, oh, I'm watching.
I can't see what's happening. Okay, oh, Emma. Favorite scene.
My favorite scene was like of the one of my favorite major scenes. Like, so there's lots of minor scenes that I love. My favorite major scene is the last fight scene because there's so much that went into that, and it was rewritten so many times to be perfect. And I loved it because we got to see it from different points of views. We got to see all this chaos ensue, and then you were left like being like, "What the f just happened?" Because I need to know more.
I was just imagining, what if you just spoiled the ending of the whole book right there?
Oh my God, that would be the worst thing
ever. My favorite scene. I really love. There's a scene. There's two of them. One of them is Andy dancing with the dead, and that's all I'm going to say about it. You'll know when you read the book, but it's a very emotional scene, and just the writing. I feel like it's just a beautiful scene. But then there's one in a library towards at some point in the book. That's a sexy library scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that one.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what people think about it. Libraries are sexy, so.
Libraries are sexy. I want a shirt that says like, there's a shirt that says reading is sexy, and I really want to just wear that around all the time and just be like, ain't it sexy?
It can be. How did you, let's see. Has writing.
Wait, can I give somebody a shout out right now? Lindsay, I want to give somebody a shout out, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Hi, Andrew. You're the worst. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
I know who that is. Okay, here's one. If you could place the main characters in Hogwarts houses, which would they be in?
Is it bad that I want to make a squib? Like, just because? Because I would make Alfie a squib. Just because I think he would.
You would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy, for sure, Slytherin.
Mm-hmm. Fallon is definitely, Fallon's a Hufflepuff.
Who?
Fallon, Hufflepuff.
Oh, yeah. It would be a Hufflepuff. I think Lyra, who's our pilot, I think she would be in Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Breck would be a Gryffindor. Gilly is our little, 13-year-old gunner.
She'd be Slytherin, 100%. She'd be like the head girl of
Slytherin. And then our evil queen, Nor, Slytherin, for sure. There's a lot of Slytherins in Zenith. I like it. Have you taken the sorting test?
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Gryffindor.
Oh, you would be a Gryffindor.
I know. Well, okay, so I took this test a while ago, and then it gave me Ravenclaw. Then I took it again once they did something to the algorithm, and then I took it again, and it was Gryffindor. And then I took another test, it was Gryffindor, and then it kept on being Gryffindor. And I'm like, but I thought it was a Ravenclaw. I already got the scarf and the merch, but I'm actually happy that Gryffindor because we have more merchandise in stores than any other house.
It's true. Okay, let's see. You had an amazing shout out by James Dashner about how great Zenith is. Which author would you freak out about hearing they read Zenith and loved it?
James Dashner, but
Ooh.
That honestly, I would. Can I go full on out George R. R. Martin?
Yes, 100%. That would be awesome.
Either Claire. I can go all day.
Patrick Rothfuss. Ooh, who else? Marie Lu, that'd be great. V.E. Schwab. There's so many. Basically any author. If any author reads it and loves it, that will make me happy.
I know. Even when Sarah J. Maas sent me the blurb, and she wrote the sweetest paragraph after it, and it was just so it meant so much to us, because Lindsay and I look up to her and her writing, and just getting a seal of approval from one of your favorite authors. It's just it never gets old. It's always amazing, and it's so cool because it's like you helped inspire this book. It's cool.
Yeah, I think anytime any author says like, oh my gosh, it's just awesome because writing a book is not an easy thing. Like, it's very hard to do. And so anytime someone else that's like been successful in their craft, I just think it's amazing.
Yeah, yep. Honestly. Do you have any other questions? I haven't looked at the chat in a while.
It's terrible. I'm trying to go through the like Zenith chat on Twitter, but it doesn't like me. Oh, how did it feel to hold the finished copies of Zenith for the first time?
Wait, sorry, I'm currently in the process of watching. How was like?
How did it feel to hold the finished copies? You have a video, yeah. I
have a video, and I'm like literally crying in it. So that should explain to you guys how much it meant holding my book for the first time. Lindsay, we wrote a book, and we can physically touch it, so it's actually real right now. It's not real until you can hold it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video soon. I've been so bad about that. I don't know. I think it's just it's a weird emotional experience because again, writing a book is hard, but it's also just like it's paid off. It's finally proof that like, okay, all the work that went into all these pages, like it's done, and you can breathe a little bit, and then you know people are going to read it, and then it's so beautiful at the same time, and so it's just like this roller coaster of all the feelings. Look at this gorgeous.
I know, it's so pretty. I love it.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I'm obsessed.
I have a good question. It says, is there diversity in your book? And yes, we do have diversity. I think that Lindsay and I had a huge conversation about it when we first started writing Zenith. We're like, it needs to be diverse, realistic characters, and it has to have like, you know, it just needs, yes, it's a science fiction, but that does not mean it needs to be unrealistic. So like we added every stuff into our book, and like we wanted it to be relatable for many people out there because, you know, diversity is awesome and we love it, and, you know, we need diverse books, hashtag.
Yeah, I mean, well, the world is diverse. It's not one shade.
Exactly.
So,
unless,
yeah,
like,
definitely.
Unless it's an alien planet where they have one shade and it is the neon green. That would be an interesting planet, though, because honestly, that would be too much for me. One planet with one color with neon green, I would honestly want to, like, step away for a second and put on some sunglasses. That's something like I would not
classic
neon
1900 classic alien
That would
cartoon.
be so funny. Can we actually create, like right now, Lindsay, let's create a planet with characters that are just neon. We're all neon. We look like they're going to a rave.
I'm trying to
Oh, somebody said, have you put personal experiences in your book? Can I plug Valen right now? Yes, I did. Valen is dyslexic, and that's a personal experience that I think that needs to be spoken of more in books because, like, Valen's dyslexic, and he is awesome. He is one of my favorite characters, and, like, you know, I really loved including that into a book because a huge prominent type book that has, like, that type of diversity in it, like learning disabilities, is Rick Riordan, and I loved seeing that in his books, like ADD and dyslexia being, like, not in a negative light, but in a positive one. That was just so cool.
Yeah, I love that too. I think for me, the character of Andy is kind of a personal one because it's this balance between darkness and light, and I've always dealt with depression, and so you kind of see a lot of that in Andy when she's thinking about her past, and she also tries to hold on to things and handle them all always by herself, but that's not how you get through life. You have to lean on other people. So yeah, I think we definitely put a lot of different things that really do feel real and real struggles. A lot of our characters have things that you guys have probably dealt with in life too. They're just in a spacey atmosphere.
Yeah, something I wanted to add into the Zenith, and that I was like, Lindsay, we have to have this. Is like I want we had Andy throw up because it was really realistic, and I don't think we see enough of bodily like functions like that in books. And so like that's actually one of my favorite. That Andy scene where he throws up, I think that's freaking hilarious as well. And, you know, we just had all these realistic things in books, and we got to make them, like, you know, like in these crazy circumstances, realistic things happen in it. And just, I'm just like getting so many like happy feelings right now from like what we included into Zenith and how like many good like feelings went behind it when we were writing it. Just fun.
Sorry guys, internet is slow. I'm trying to load questions. Well, we can plug tour again because I'm so excited.
I know.
If you're going to any of the tour stops, let us know because we can't wait to meet you. And I just think it's incredible to be able to get sent on a 2-week book tour to all these different bookstores and get to meet people that have been a part of this series since the beginning when it was just a little self-published novella. I just think the whole thing surrounding Zenith is really cool. Everyone's been so involved for so long, and it's finally here. 2 weeks from today.
I'm just like, oh, and I got Lindsay, I got a shirt for tour that says "Girl Power" on it, and I'm like, that just summarizes Zenith in like one word, like girl power. It's a gang of female space pirates that are like just kicking butt all across the galaxy and scaring everyone and taking all their stuff, but also being awesome while doing it. Like it's just, I'm so excited to wear that shirt.
That is really cute. I have a shirt that says, "It's not dog hair, it's dog confetti."
That is hilarious. You know,
when you have dogs that shed, your entire wardrobe is covered. That has nothing to do with Zenith, but
I know, but that's I love like shirts that say funny, like quirky things on it because I like to consider myself.
Okay, should we do a few more before we go?
Yeah.
What is your #1 tip for someone who wants to get into writing? I've had a lot of people tell me I shouldn't, but I really love it. That's from Anna. First of all, Anna, don't listen to people that tell you that you shouldn't get into something that you have passion for. And if you do have a passion for writing, you need to hold on to that because career. But honestly, I just think read all the time, write all the time, practice over and over until it clicks for you. And don't be afraid to show other people your work because that's really how you grow and get better.
Yeah, that's I kind of said it better myself. I was always told, you know, because I was dyslexic, that I couldn't write books. I couldn't even read them. And then I conquered that one at a time. I learned to read books and I learned to write them and just keep on doing what you're loving because it'll pay off in the end. And even if you have to push through some haters, I'm stronger than ever.
Yeah, there's always going to be people that haters. There's always going to be people that try and stand in your way. But I think the ones that succeed are the ones that just keep that like drive and they just keep pushing towards it. And you may not get to your goal in the exact same way that you always thought you would. Like, for example, Zenith. We wanted to write a book together. We wanted to really just do it for fun. And I think honestly, publishing is a lot about taking whatever chances come to you because we never would have thought in a million years that we would have this book and that it would be so beautiful and so massive and that there would be a 2-week tour coming up and like all this crazy exciting stuff. We just took a chance self-publishing it and accepting a deal from a team of people at Harlequin that seemed really enthusiastic about it, and now hopefully it's going to come out and hopefully you guys are going to like it.
And I think with that note, that's a great way to end this live show, just saying how much we love you. And make sure you go and pre-order Zenith. It is available on Amazon, in the bookstores. It's being published in multiple different locations. You can get it right. It's up. It's like, do you want to say where it's being published first, Lindsay, just so they know it before we get off?
Yes, I'm trying to pull up the list so that we can have it for everyone.
Yeah, because it's being not just published in English-speaking countries, it's being published in other locations as well for all you international readers, which is super exciting.
It's going to be translated. Really exciting.
Have the locations, or do you want?
I have horrible internet right now.
Want me to say them then? I have them in my memory. So it'll be published in Spain. It'll be published in Russia. It'll be Yeah, and then it'll be in Australia, New Zealand, correct? It'll be published in Canada.
Canada.
Where? Turkey.
It's going to be in Turkish. Look at us trying to figure
wow,
it
in
out.
the UK, we're really bad at this, but it's fine. But it'll be published in multiple different locations. And if you do speak English as a second language and are okay with reading in it, and it's not coming out in your country just yet, you can get it on Amazon, get it shipped to you. There's still ways you can buy it. bookdepository.com, and you can also go to www.goodchoicereading.com in order to get a signed copy. I'm twinning! So if you go to that site, Good Choice Reading, get your copy.
Yeah, you'll get a signed copy. It's international. I believe it's going to be the hardcover. Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
And you can get that for goodchoicereading.com. And then you can also register it to the pre-order link that we have probably in both of our bios right now. And you'll be able to get this awesome Zenith necklace. Where is it? Do you have yours on hand?
Which one?
This one. Ooh. It's still in the bag because I'm lazy. No, I'm going to reveal this in my video that I'm going to record later. But it's really cute. It's a Zenith pendant necklace. So anyways, guys, we're so excited. January 16th. And then January 11th in the UK. It's so soon. It's real. It's a book, and you can have it.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for all your support and your love. Without you guys, honestly, this would not be possible because it would be possible, hopefully, but without you guys, it wouldn't have been possible this soon. And we just love you so much.
Yeah, we're so grateful. We can't wait to meet you in January.
And stay tuned for our channels because we have some fun Zenith content going up. And also I have a video where I'll be talking about the tour stops, the exact times and places. So stay tuned for that because it will be coming up very soon, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go check out my channel too.
I was gonna plug you too.
Okay, because I started YouTubing and I have a ton of Zenith stuff on there, and I'm also going to be recording the entire tour. I got a Steadicam, by the way, which I'm really excited about.
Go follow her, guys. She has a Steadicam. Honestly, Lindsay will probably be a better person to follow for tour videos because I am awful at vlogging. You guys know this. So go follow Lindsay. I'll be linking her channel down below so you can go check it out.
It's going to be fun. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.